What is up, guys? It is your boy Dustin, and this is a live video. This is our first live stream. I've been having a lot of difficulties on um, being able to put all my videos from iMovie. That's the app I use on my iOS devices to edit my videos. I've been having a lot of problems on being able to upload them directly to YouTube at full resolution. Um, and YouTube has been giving me a lot of problems on being able to upload a video longer than 15 minutes. So finally I complained and complained, and I talked to a live person on YouTube, and now we can finally go live. Before, you're not able to go live on a mobile device unless you have 100 subscribers. Well, if you pay a fee of monthly, you can actually bypass that and you're able to go live. So I know a lot of you are not watching this right now because I've been in the dark for what, like a month, almost a month. So today we got a part in. We got our rear brake rotor for a baby. Right now I'm in the motion of completely rebuilding, redoing, and replacing everything that's connected to my brake line or my brake system. So that's pads, rotor, steel braided brake lines, and rebuilding the calipers for now. Hint, for now. Later down the road, I am going to be replacing all brake calipers. It's just for Brembles. They are very expensive. Just for a rear Brembo caliper, it's like $500. Um, and then the brake calipers, it's going to be like $1,200. So I don't have that money. I do have money for $50 worth of all the rebuild kits for all three calipers. So, anyways. So right now, we have all three rotor rebuild kits. We have the rear brake pads. We also have the rotor. And in a couple days, we should be getting the rear steel braided brake line. So I also have to get the rear master cylinder rebuild kit. That's going to cost me like $60. So I have to buy that down the road. So enough of the bike. How is it here in Portland? Well, let me put my iPad. Speaking of my iPad, I've gotten new devices. I have a lot of videos I have to go through. Okay. So, my life in Portland is amazing. I love it here. The transaction from moving from Arizona to Oregon has been easy. I did not drive the motorcycle all the way here to Portland. My grandma and I drove the 2008 Dodge Ram 2500 Cummins, 6.7 Cummins, 6-speed manual pickup, and we trailered the motorcycle all the way here. So in the 8-foot bed, I put all my belongings, for the most part, like 95% of all my belongings in the back of the bed, in all boxes or whatever. We used my grandpa's motorcycle trailer. You can fit up to 3 motorcycles on it, and they're Harley Davidsons. It's a Harley Davidson trailer. So we put the motorcycle in the middle, and we trailered it all the way here. I drove the entire 1,200 miles from Arizona to Oregon. Through Arizona, we took the highway whatever to Highway 99 through California, and then through 99, we drove 12 hours one day to Fresno, California. The original goal was to meet up with Ninja, or the Ninja. He's a motorcycle vlogger. He has the FZ6 100, or the FZ6 Yamaha, whatever. Okay, cool. He makes awesome videos. Go check him out. His name is The Ninja. He has the same bike like me, except for he's a little bitch and he has all the fairings on it still. Sorry, The Ninja. I love you, bro. But we did not get to meet up. He was busy with his girlfriend. I don't know if I can say that, so shit. But he was busy. We didn't get there until 9 o'clock at nighttime at the hotel. So we were not able to meet up with the Ninja, which sucked because the only reason why we stopped and made our hotel reservation in Fresno is because I wanted to meet him, so, and go for a little ride. But it was a long day. I was tired. I drove all the way. So we woke up the next morning. We ate. We got out of Fresno. We got into Sacramento. Or we drove through Sacramento, which the 99 met up to the I-5, and we took I-5 all the way up to through Oregon, which was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. It was like it was so beautiful. I had my GoPro on a time lapse, but it was only taking pictures every like 10 minutes or something. It wasn't taking a picture every single second. So my time lapse all the way from Arizona to all the places we stopped at was nothing. It was horrible, fucking horrible. So I have absolutely no footage for the most part. I looked all. Ugh. This sucks at being live because I can't edit that out. Um, it sucks because when I edited the video together to look at all of it, it was just so horrible. I erased it. It just boom, gone. So threw it away. So yeah. So the drive was so beautiful. I highly recommend you guys driving the 99 through California and then hopping onto the I-5 because, like I said, it was beautiful. So moving on, the truck made it. I drove safe. Our gas mileage was 25, upwards of even 26 miles per gallon, and that's towing. There we go. That's towing a 500-pound trailer, 400-pound bike, and I want to say about 500 pounds of all of my belongings that were in the back of the bed. And then you have a 250-pound teenager, my grandma, the dog, and then all the stuff inside the truck. And then the truck itself, which weighs about 7,000 pounds. So I guess we're only towing like, what, 1,000 pounds? So it was pretty good. But anyways, yeah, the truck did amazing, if even needing the clutch. Of course, I was using the exhaust brake even in the city like I always do. You know, I was flooring it in all the gears, going to red line sometimes. Even when I was doing 75, 80, which was the speed limit 75, so we were doing 80, 85. Sometimes I was even doing 95. Going 95, 100 miles per hour, we were at 3,200 RPMs. And even at doing that, our gas mileage was like 22 miles per gallon. So, but it's not like that was like 100 or 200 miles. It's not like we were at 3,200 RPMs doing 95, 100 miles per hour for, you know, long distance. It would only been for a couple minutes at a time. So, but like I said, the truck did amazing. My driving skills did amazing. Grandma, she had all the patience in the world for allowing me to drive because she gets car sick and she, you know, she just has to drive all the time. Buddy did an amazing job for not being annoying. He did an amazing job being a dog in a pit bull. He just slept for the most part. So, yeah. So my first job here in Portland was working at Jiffy Lube. I worked at Jiffy Lube for 1 full month until the entire store had gotten a complete management. Almost everyone had gotten fired. Everyone who had not been working at Jiffy Lube for a year or even for 2 months had gotten fired or laid off. Not even laid off. They were asked to resign. Was it? I don't know. I didn't get fired. I didn't resign or put in my notice. It was just like, hey, we don't need you anymore. You know, thank you. Pick up your check in a couple days. That type of thing. I hated it there. Do not take your vehicle to Jiffy Lube. They make so many fucking mistakes. It's just like, think of it like this. If a McDonald's employee or the entire restaurant fucks up your order for food, think of Jiffy Lube as the same thing. Jiffy Lube is just like McDonald's. It's fast-paced. Everything has to be done now, 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 now. It cannot take you 4 hours just to do an oil change. You have 15 minutes to vacuum the car, do the oil change, or the engine flush or whatever it is that the car really need. And they don't actually, they honestly do not sell you on shit that you don't need. If the car needs a coolant flush badly, they will do their best to sell it because it is bad and it's unsafe. If you need, I'm not gonna go in full discussion. If you really need something, they do the full inspection, they check out everything. They will only sell you or try to sell you on the stuff that your car needs. Cabin air filters, they're very important because that, if you have allergies or if you're allergic to a lot of shit, but yet your filter is clogged up with debris, it's not able to clean all that air that is circling through the AC and all the hoses and whatever that is then blown into your face. Cabin air filter protects all or keeps 99% of all the chemicals and particles from coming out into blown into your face. So that's very important. And if it's like 10, 20 or 30, $40, it's very important. You really need to get that done. Not every time, but maybe every other time you get your oil change. It's depending on how bad they show you. They hated me shaking off the cabin air filter because there's a lot of people. If it had it was like, imagine picking up a handful of dirt, a handful of rocks, and a handful of leaves, and just mixing it all around and just putting it on top. A lot of those cabin air filters look like that. And so me, if it was, a lot of the dads were taking in their daughters' cars, whatever, I wouldn't want my daughter breathing in that shit, you cheap motherfucking bastard. So I was vacuuming them and shaking them off. Well, they didn't really like that. So, the manager or the employees, because, that's cleaning them, and the whole point is to make sales. So I really didn't fucking care about the money. It's what took me 10, 20 seconds just to vacuum it and shake it off and put it in. What you fucking do? So, anyways, four of us had fired or quit or whatever from Jiffy Lube. I then went to La Swab. I worked for La Swab for the last 2 weeks until last week, or almost 2 weeks ago now. No, I guess maybe a week, barely, yeah, full week. The guy there was an ass. I'm doing my jobs, making no mistakes. I only made one big mistake. I scratched up a BMW M5's rim, which cost the company $500, and I offered to get that taken out of my paycheck. But he didn't want to. It was a probation period. So whatever mess ups you do, the company automatically pays for it. But he fired me because apparently I didn't catch on as fast as what they are used to around there. So what happened with Les Schwab is 9 employees had gotten fired because of drug testing. They didn't pass drug testing. They'd come up to work drunk or whatever. And the random drug inspection that they had left 9 people being fired because they were hired or drunk. So they were desperate for people. And while being desperate for people, they are very picky on how fast or slow that person works. So if a car came in, they had rims and tires in the back of their, the tires were on the rims. Whatever. If they had 4 rims in the back of their trunk all bagged up and they wanted those to be put onto the car, but first they needed or wanted new snow tires put onto those rims before you install them onto the car, what you have to do is you obviously, after they tell you what they want to do, you drive in the car, you jack it up, you take off the rims and the tires that are already on the car, you put them in the new bags, and you put them on one pile, and then you take out the rims that are in the trunk. You take them out of the bags, and you roll them all over to your machine that you're going to use for the meantime. You dismount those tires. You then walk about 50 yards, and you put those tires all in one area, like one pile. You stack them, and then you go and get your new tires that you're putting on. Or sometimes people will already have them out for you, like the tire guy, who goes and gets the tires or stacks them or whatever. So then you mount those tires, and then you balance them, and then you wash them, and then you put them on the hub of the car, and then you torque them, and then you lower the car Well, you put them on and then with the impact drill, and then you lower the car and you torque all of them to spec. Um, to do all that for someone who's been working there for years would take them about 40 to 45 minutes. It was only taking me about an hour to an hour and 5 minutes to be able to do all that. So you're looking at 15 to 25 minutes of that would take extra for me to be able to do that entire job. I don't think that's pretty fucking bad for doing that for 1 week. You get 1 day or 2 days of training, and then the rest you do. I don't think that's bad. I think that's pretty fucking good. Compared to someone who's been working there for years, only takes them 40 to 45 minutes, and it was only taking me about an hour to, an hour 5, hour 10 minutes to be able to do all that. I don't think that's pretty fucking bad. I think that's pretty fucking good. And be able to do that 3 times in a row, that's a lot of fucking work. It's a lot of work. If you had 3 cars coming in that needed all that, it was a lot of work. So apparently, and I get it, it's all about getting in and getting out, but I pull out the camera and I start yawning. Wow. So anyways, I've not had a job for the last couple days, and I've put in my application in other places like gas stations, Verizon. I'm really hoping I get this job at Verizon. So that's how my job life has been here in Portland. It's easy to get a job, but it's the jobs that I've been wanting, which is sticking around mechanic field, since I just got done college for 2 years. For mechanics, obviously I want a job in the mechanic area. So that's how jobs been. The bike. Oh my god. So, spoiler alerts. We've done an oil change, which is no big deal, but not the same oil. We have Royal Purple, the best motherfucking oil that you can put in a motherfucking motorcycle. So I got Royal Purple in my motor with a K&N oil filter, which she's probably never had. We bought a new radiator, not OEM, aftermarket. I was originally going to get a 40 millimeter core radiator built, but that was going to be $150. So I got a 34 millimeter core radiator built, which is only 2 cores bigger, which is theoretically or scientifically 30% bigger. It's all aluminum. And the new radiator, it shaved off about 2 pounds, 3 pounds. And then we put new hoses. And that shaved off about a total of a pound or 2. So I think we lost a total of like 7 pounds for the new radiator and new hoses. They're blue, of course. And I'm itchy. I don't know why. So we did new radiator, new hoses, and oil change, coolant change, of course. Spark plugs. Still need to do that. I have the spark plugs, NGKs, Sparkinium, something, whatever. But they're not installed yet. But sadly, I just had a major problem happen the other day. My baby decided, her internal decided to blow a vein that goes to her heart, or that a major vein that controls the blood circulating through her heart. It decided to explode. So now I might have to replace that entire vein, or maybe the ends of the vein. So what I'm talking about is that the oil cleaner pump is leaking oil, and it could be either just the gasket or the entire pump or cleaner is cracked or something. I don't know. So it can be $100 fix, or it can be a $500 fix. I have to take off the headers. I have to drain the engine oil, and then I can dismount the oil cleaner. So the reason why I say $100 is because at that point I might as well do my exhaust bearings or the exhaust gaskets, from the headers to the slip-on that goes to my two-row slip-on exhaust pipes. So kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I've really been saying that a lot the last couple days, and I hate that saying. I don't want to kill birds. I don't kill birds. But there's a saying where, say if you had 3 problems in your life, but you can only take care of 2 problems, That's if you're smart enough. So if you had three problems, fuck it. If you had two problems, and say if they're easy or hard or whatever, and if you had if you had all these solutions, but you picked up only one of those solutions, so one rock out of all these rocks, if you pick up one rock, you can take this one rock and fix those two major problems. So the saying is kill two birds with one stone. So you're killing two problems with any of those rocks. But I don't know why I went full depth about that. I'm sorry. So let's see. Told you about the bike. I told you the story of getting here, how awesome it went. I've told you about my jobs. Now it's actually time to show you what I bought in for myself. So before I had a flip phone, and before I had an iPad 9.7 inch, a 32 gigabyte rose gold. That's changed. That has changed a lot. So now we have a smartphone, and just not any ordinary smartphone. We have the iPhone 8 with a Smile More case. This is the gold iPhone 8 Gold, and she's 64 gigabytes. And then we're gonna flip the camera. If you guys are a very awesome geek and you know almost everything about the iPads, you can tell that this is not a 9.7 and that this is awesomely a 10.5 inch, because the 9.7's microphone would be right there, and instead of right there. So yeah, now if you don't believe me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and switch my camera there for you guys can see me. See, normally in a video I would have been able to edit that out and cut it straight to the point. So I'm gonna put my iPad down on its case. I'm gonna flip the camera. And you guys are gonna have to give me a couple seconds to a minute to. Okay. So here we go. Unlock. Go to My Verizon. Oh, and we also got our own phone plan as well. Okay, so now we go to Devices. Oh, fuck. There's my phone number. Shit. I forgot about my phone number. I did not think this through. Okay, so as you can see, there is iPhone 8 Gold, 64 gigabytes, and 10.5 inch iPad Pro, 512 gigabytes rose gold. So there's my proof. These are my two new devices. And now I have to change my numbers. But that is my proof. So anyways, so yeah, that's life is amazing. Sadly we were still rocking the GoPro Hero 4, which has been giving me a lot of problems. Also sadly, my Garmin has been in the shop for a full month now. It's getting a new screen, new battery, and it's getting completely waterproof, which is going to cost me about $90 to $120. But I don't know when I'm going to get it. And I guess that's pretty much it. Okay, cities. So I've been all over Portland, downtown, northeast, southeast, northwest, north, south, west, south, whatever. I've been to Seaside. Me and Grandma went there with the truck and buddy. I've been to Vancouver, which is in Washington. So I've been to Washington multiple times. I've been to Oregon City. I've gone to Salem. I've gone to Beaverton, Hillsboro. Salem, did I say Salem? Yeah. And I've been to other cities. So I've done a lot of mileage. Also, we have this mountain called Mount Hood. And it's about an hour drive through the entire mountains. I just did that last week, and it was a beautiful drive. Beautiful drive. And last Sunday, so this is Monday. So yesterday I wanted to go to Astoria, which is about 100 miles away. It's where the Columbia River meets up with the Pacific Ocean. And well, sadly, I've not been able to go. So the last month I've been trying to get there, but I needed a new radiator, or needed something for the bike, or I needed something, or didn't have the time off, or wanted to just relax. So I've not been able to go to Astoria, which means that since I wasn't able to go last weekend, I might not be able to go for the next 2, 3, 4 months. So that sucks, but hey, at least we can plan everything. So wanted to go to Astoria, but I've not been able to. So yeah, tomorrow's Halloween. Happy birthday to all of you freaks who have Halloween birthdays. I'm joking, but happy birthday. I hope you guys are doing excellent. I've noticed that there's been 0 viewers yet so far. So for any of you guys who are going to watch this video from the beginning to the ending, it's only going to be a 27-minute video. So until I can upload all my videos I have edited on my both iPhone and iPad, I figured I'd do a live video. Therefore, I can tell you guys how my life is doing, what are my problems, what am I up against, what am I not up against. So those are my problems, those are how my life is doing. I love it here. I'm losing weight, I'm eating healthy, my motorcycle is awesome, jobs, yeah. So don't worry, I do have all my bills paid for a month in advance. So just in case I don't ever work for the next couple of weeks, I don't have to worry about all next month's bills because they're all paid off. So that being said, I love you guys. I also made a gaming channel. Forgot about talking about it, but if you're interested in the gaming channel, I will talk about it in the next vlog. Until then, I'll see you guys later. See ya.